Hey, welcome to Soundcheck. I'm Kitty Snyder. We're at the 40 Watt tonight. Chesnutt's going to be playing to benefit the Athens Film Festival, and I'm going to be talking to him in just a little while, so stick around. Your first 4 albums were on Texas Hotel.
Yes.
And that is an independent label out of
California.
Okay. And then your latest album, About to Choke, came out in November '96. Is that correct?
Yeah. God, that's a long time ago.
And that's on Capitol.
Yes.
So what kind of difference has this last year made for you in terms of the leap from independent to major label?
Well, I'm not sure, really. You know, I get to go to office now, you know, and they have fancy buildings in certain cities and
Fancy
that
dinners?
kind of thing. I get fancy dinners bought of me sometimes. And, you know, and I get a lot of good records from Capitol, from the freebie box, the vault, as they call it.
Do they send them to you, or do you have to go get them at the office?
Sometimes I do. I've done it both ways.
And had you ever been disconcerted with the whole major label idea before you got on one?
Well, sure. I never thought I'd want to be on a evil major label, but I thought, what the hell?
You might as well.
You know, several people were asking me about it, and I thought, well, you know, might as well. If I'm ever going to do it, now's a pretty good time. So I did. Now my new record's going to come out soon.
Tell me about
on
that.
Capitol. And we also have one record on Capricorn, the Brute record. Don't forget the Brute record, my favorite record I ever made.
I did know that.
That's my favorite one I ever made.
I actually was going to ask you about that because I read that you said that that's pretty much the only record that you feel comfortable listening to.
Sure, yeah.
And because it doesn't feel like you.
Well, it just was such a fun time, and you know, I kind of went outside of myself in a way.
Removed yourself from...
Well, it was more like fun and less like, oh, I'm having to, you know, if I die tomorrow, this is going to have to represent me for the rest of my life, down through history, which is a lot of pressure. So,
Was
you
it
know, with Brood, it was more like, let's do something creative and fun.
a little less therapeutic, maybe?
No, it was much more therapeutic. Because at the time, my mother was dying of cancer, right during that time when we recorded, and I was so depressed about her dying that I really needed this outlet. And it was good. Those guys in, you know, Panic, all those guys are just the sweetest things. I love them, and they just really helped me get through a horrible, horrible time. And
So it was kind of a release for you at that time?
oh, completely.
Like a little
completely.
party?
Well, it was more like, you know, going to where the, you know, good times rolled. You know what I mean? It was just a beautiful thing.
degenerate, disintegrate the tight knots, degenerate, ride away the nooses, degenerate, out come those tangles, yeah, degenerate. Acorn, squash, and a hearty row of okra. Stand of sweet corn that was by the trickling creek in the winter dead that was buried near the pole beach. Behold, sinkhole in the spring. Degenerate, washed by weather cycles. Degenerate, bleach the deadly nightshades. Degenerate, prepare to take the profit. Yeah, degenerate. Degenerate, washed by weather cycles. Degenerate, bleach the deadly nightshades. Degenerate, out come those tangles of degenerate.
Well, tell me about this one that's going to be coming out.
Well, I recorded with Lamb Chop in Nashville for a couple of months. And Lamb Chop is one of the greatest, most evocative bands I know. They're just like a little crazy, beautiful orchestra family. And
how did you get together with them?
well, I'm a big fan of theirs, and I've known Kurt, the singer, for a long time, and we've worked together a little bit in the past, and I just thought, wow, I could go to Nashville and record a record with them. So.
And that's going to be released when, do you think?
In the summer.
Okay, this coming summer. And are you going to be playing the Ath Fest?
I don't know if I'm going to be here or not.
Okay, but you are on the CD.
I am on the CD.
And tell me about that song that you chose for that, because I know it's not an original.
It's a Phil Oakes song, and I love Phil Oakes. And I knew this song as a teenager, and so I wanted to record it my whole life. And finally, I got a chance to do it.
And you're happy with it?
It's a good little, song about Athens in a way, kind of, I would say. Some people, like me when I used to be in Athens, when I used to be unchained uh, you know, broken boat floating in the sea of Athens. That was me. This song is kind of like me. I was a Titanic.
What
in
is
this
the song exactly? If you don't mind expanding on that a little bit.
Well, you know, you listen to the song, it's kind of dreamlike and very surreal and very, you know, kind of, you know, impressionistic.
And is it just you and your acoustic on that
Oh
song?
no, there's a bunch of people on there, and it sounds good. We got it going on.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing that as well.
It's kind of funny,
Really?
funny and sad
Oh,
at the
no.
same time.
Well, that's the perfect combination, all right?
Some people like that kind of thing.
Right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me so much.
Well, thanks for you know, being interested.
Stay tuned for more Vic Chesnutt on Soundcheck.
Parameters. Cut the sprinkler, my yard is dying. The reservoir, you know, it is piss poor, yeah. The beetles that ate my pine trees, my chainsaw is, I know, is it the tortured soul? Domestic dilemma, it's just a fashion crisis. For I am ugly, I feel like a toad. There's a hole in my backyard, cyclone fence where my big bad lazy dog I used to go. go get the latest ladies' home journal, for I am in need of some of those sinister little recipes. My neighbors, they are filling up violent cabinets, and I'm hungry as a bunch of jumping fleas. I am waiting. I am screaming. I am still today. I am still today. If you want to see two circling swans, on the surface of the sewer pond, don't hang your head, don't crane your neck where you are. No, no, no. You got to climb to the second floor. I would make so much of it if I didn't know you truly loved it. You got to climb to the second floor. Yeah. Sure, great reward. I'm in the east, but I'm looking west. When I'm facing north, the big huge valleys to my left. Horizon holds three great slag heaps. They pierce in the sky like the pyramids at Giza. I wouldn't even mention it if you didn't seem so tuned into it. You've got to climb to the second floor. Short shore, great reward.
Great reward.
You got to climb to the second floor.
Great reward.
You got to climb.
Short, short, great reward. Short, short, great reward. Short, short, great reward.